Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving deep into Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower.
Oh, a fantastic choice.
It paints quite a picture, a dystopian 2020s California. We're
Sure.
talking climate change ravaging the landscape, the economy in shambles, society on the verge of collapse. And it's in this setting we meet our protagonist, Lauren Olamina,
A truly remarkable character.
a teenager, right, grappling with this unique condition, hyperempathy.
Yeah, hyperempathy, a key element of the story. She doesn't just understand others' emotions, imagine feeling them physically, as if they were your own. The joy, the pain, constantly bombarded by those sensations.
Wow. How could anyone survive, let alone thrive, with that kind of sensitivity, especially in such a brutal world?
Right, it makes you think.
And she's trapped, in this walled community, supposedly a haven from the outside chaos. But even within those walls, danger and despair, they're constant companions.
Absolutely, and that's where things get really interesting. Instead of giving in to the fear and desperation, Lauren starts to question everything. Rejects traditional religion, finding it just inadequate to explain the suffering she sees every day.
And from the summaries we have, we can see how this rejection leads her to develop her own belief system.
Earthseed.
Earthseed, exactly. And the central tenet of Earthseed is so simple yet profound. God is change.
It's a radical departure from how we typically view God, not a static, all-powerful being, but a force, the ever-present source of change shaping the universe.
And within that understanding, there's this powerful message. Adapt to change. Embrace it. Even shape it, right, to our own ends.
Precisely.
And that's where we start to see Lauren's resilience. Her ability to find meaning and purpose in the midst of chaos.
Yeah.
It's not about blind faith or clinging to outdated traditions. It's about recognizing the reality of change and navigating it, using it to create something new.
And that journey of creation, it's definitely a turbulent one. The summaries paint a vivid picture of the community unraveling. Petty theft turns to violence, resources become scarcer, and the threat from outside grows. It culminates in this devastating attack that just shatters Lauren's world.
That's where we see the true cost of this dystopian reality.
Yeah.
Family, home, security, all ripped away. And it's this loss, this pain that propels her out beyond the walls into this chaotic world.
A harrowing journey for sure, filled with danger and uncertainty. She faces not only the external threats, but the internal demons of her own hyperempathy. Every encounter, every interaction brings this wave of emotions, positive and negative.
And yet she perseveres, gathering a small group of survivors, each with their own story, their own losses, but also their own hopes for a better future. It's fascinating how, even in the darkest times, that human connection persists, a flicker of light amidst the darkness.
One of the summaries highlights this recurring dream Lauren has of flying, soaring through a hallway only to be engulfed in flames. Such a powerful image.
It speaks to her yearning for escape, that desire to rise above the suffering, the limitations of her reality, but also hints at the trials she'll face.
Exactly.
Like she knows, deep down, her path won't be easy. That freedom, true freedom, requires facing those flames, confronting the challenges head on.
And that idea of confronting challenges, it's central to Earthseed. It's not about seeking comfort or clinging to the familiar. It's about embracing the unknown, adapting, evolving to meet the demands of a changing world.
So here we have this incredible character, Lauren, thrust into a world on the brink, grappling with her hyperempathy, formulating this new belief system, leading survivors through this ravaged landscape. It makes you wonder, where does this journey take them next? What new challenges await?
That's what we'll explore as we go deeper into the story. But first, we'd love to hear from you. What stands out to you so far? What resonates with you most about Lauren's journey?
As Lauren and her group journey through this unforgiving landscape, they meet Bankole,
Ah, Bankole.
a doctor.
Right.
Right, a doctor. Offers them refuge on his land. Becomes really pivotal in their journey, a symbol of hope, stability in this world that seems to have lost both.
His presence adds this, a new dynamic to the story. He's older, more established, initially skeptical of Lauren, her belief system, but he sees her resilience, her commitment to Earthseed, and he starts to see the world a little differently.
Yeah, the relationship, it becomes something really profound, not just romantic, but this partnership built on mutual respect, this shared desire to create something better. And even within that partnership, there are challenges.
Definitely. One of the summaries highlights this moment where Lauren discovers she's pregnant, and she chooses to share this with Bankole.
Oh.
It adds another layer of complexity, right,
agree.
to their relationship, to the whole narrative.
It raises these questions about the future, the world their child will inherit. How will Earthseed shape that next generation? It's this powerful reminder that even in the struggle for survival, life, it goes on.
And that responsibility to create a world worthy of that new life, that's where the idea of Acorn takes root. With Benkel's guidance and the help of the community, they start establishing this settlement based on the principles of Earthseed.
Acorn. It's not just a physical space, though, right?
No, it's more like a microcosm of the larger world, a testing ground for Lauren's vision.
And as with any new community, it faces all these challenges.
Oh, absolutely. The summaries are very real about the difficulties they face. Limited resources, disputes within the community, that constant threat of violence from outsiders.
It's so interesting how Butler explores these challenges. No easy solutions, no utopia. It's this realistic portrayal of community building, the compromises, the sacrifices, balancing individual needs with the collective good.
And Lauren's leadership, it evolves. She's not just a spiritual guide, she's a pragmatist, a problem solver forced to make really tough decisions.
And her hyper-empathy, it adds this whole other dimension to her leadership. She feels the weight of every decision, every action, not just intellectually, but emotionally, physically.
One of the summaries mentions Lauren having to kill in self-defense.
Oh, wow.
And she feels the pain of that person, the fear, the desperation, a brutal reminder of the moral complexities of survival in this world.
It really makes you question, how do we reconcile our values with the realities of this world in crisis? How do we hold on to our humanity when faced with those choices?
It's a question Butler doesn't answer directly. It's more like she invites us to grapple with it alongside Lauren. Witness her struggles, her triumphs, her commitment to a better future, even when that future seems so distant.
And as Acorn grows, they encounter others who share Lauren's hyperempathy. The summaries mention 2 families arriving, each with members who experience it.
And that's fascinating, right? She's no longer alone in this. But it raises a question. Will this shared sensitivity bring them together or tear them apart?
A delicate balance, for sure. A community where everyone's emotions are intertwined. Joy amplified, pain amplified. Even small disagreements could have huge consequences.
As we move toward the end of this deep dive, it makes you think, what does this mean for Lauren, for Acorn? Will this shared sensitivity be a blessing or a curse?
How will it shape their future? Their mission to create this world where Earthseed can flourish. We'll explore these questions as we head into the final chapter of Parable of the Sower and its lasting impact. Reaching the final chapter of Parable of the Sower. And I don't know about you, but I'm left with this sense of completion, but also like a lingering question mark. Acorn, it's taken root, but its journey, it feels far from over.
Yeah, those summaries definitely hint at ongoing challenges, internal tensions, that constant threat from the world outside their sanctuary.
Butler doesn't wrap everything up neatly, does she? No happy ending, just this sense of hope, but a realistic hope,
Exactly. Acorn represents this bold experiment, a testament to the human spirit, that ability to adapt, to strive for something better, even amidst chaos.
And that's where Earthseed, it really hits home. It's not a set of rules, right? It's more like a living, breathing philosophy, a framework for navigating a world that's constantly changing.
It embraces change, adapts to new realities. It's about shaping the future, not being shaped by it.
And wow, that resonates, especially today. We're facing climate change, social unrest, you name it. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, like we can't change anything.
But Parable of the Sower, it offers a different perspective, reminds us that even in dark times, we have choices. We can choose how we respond to challenges, how we treat each other, how we shape our world.
So it's recognizing that change, it's not something to fear. It's a part of life.
Yeah.
And we can actually use it for growth, for transformation.
And we can apply this to our own lives, being open to new perspectives, challenging our assumptions, finding ways to adapt to, well, everything changing around us.
It's about resilience, facing challenges with courage, with hope.
Fostering empathy, understanding that we're all connected in this journey.
As we wrap up our deep dive into Parable of the Sower, it really makes you think, what seeds of change will you plant in your own life? How will you face the challenges and the opportunities ahead?
Remember, God is change. And the power to shape that change, well, it lies within each of us.